bet was the Sixers, who traded for Buddy Hield, but otherwise kept their powder dry for the summer. Shortly after the deadline, there was a report from Chris Haynes that the Sixers are expected to pursue Paul George if he doesn't sign an extension with the Clippers. Now, given how good the Clippers have been and the fact they're moving into a new arena next season, how far-fetched do you think it is that PG would actually be available this summer? It sounds kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty far-fetched. I'll give a hat tip to Chris. Very good reporter, very plugged in. And so worth watching because he, kind of shed light on it. But I would totally agree in terms of the skepticism that the Clippers are going to let him get away. For one, you had Kawhi Leonard, who doesn't say much publicly to begin with, let alone about internal affairs. Kawhi Leonard speaking publicly after he did his extension and really plainly stating that he anticipated Paul getting locked up and then James getting locked up. James Harden, that is, of course. And so was that just Kawhi reflecting the internal kind of state of affairs, or was it him applying pressure to the Clippers? I don't know. Probably the former. Even if it was the latter, I would anticipate Paul getting taken care of. Paul is obviously from Palmdale, nearby LA, LA region boy, wanted to come home. They're finally getting this thing done. They're atop the West almost. They look fantastic. Now, you never know. There's the qualifier of what do the playoffs look like, what happens, but there's not like a lot of times there's like Paul in Indiana. There were driving forces where you said, well, here's why he's probably going to leave, falling short of expectations, not being happy with the front office. Those types of things that Paul experienced with the Pacers, those do not exist with the Clippers. So I'd be surprised if he was available.